Oh my goodness, you guys, this place is a disaster. I was working on my second card and all that kind of stuff, and I do want to layer that up just like I did the other one, so it has two different layers of the little doily, just for that dimension so they're the same. I made my little ruffle. I was stenciling and making, you know, my little conversation hearts that I still needed. Just a lot of stuff out here. Today, I don't think I'm going to wrap it all up. It just depends on how we're going, but what my plan is to do is my embellishments, right? We have to do 3 embellishment items. And then, again, talk about the extra embellishment that goes inside the actual case. That's a different thing from the, you know, rosettes, bows, tassels, form flowers, whatever. 3 embellishments. And then my gift items, which usually involve doing some kind of bag topper, make them look cute some way. So we'll do those things. So we'll see how far we get. I do have some other ideas. Like I said, I wasn't really done with the case as far as in front. I want to do some hearts. And I think I'm going to go ahead and design something for that on the Cricut. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But it's just a quick talk through. I'm not going to well, it does have a little bit of tutorial in it. But if you don't have a Cricut, it's not, you know, that pertinent to you. You can just skip over that when we get there. So I think what we'll start off with is our embellishment items, and you guys already saw that I did some of my hearts. Oh my goodness, where are they? I think I put them in the box in the last video. Oh, I have some here. So I'll probably start with like that one because the other ones I've already decorated. So I'll quickly show you how to make the heart rosette, but again, I have a whole video on just that. And then whatever else, I'm going to make a bow. I'm hopefully going to use some vinyl, so that'll be something different for this video. Again, you don't have to use vinyl, but they look cute. I made out of felt, of course, paper, you know, whatever. But what I want to show you is basically what I mean, something more than just the basic layers, right? So let me clean up just a little bit from the stuff I was working on last night, and I'll be right back. So what I'll probably do is one of the swaps will have these two guys, and I'll decorate them more. They are a big size, like it's a larger one and a smaller one. And in the other video, I showed you guys how to do with a 1.5 inch strip of paper and with a 1 inch strip of paper, and that's where you get the different sizes. So I'll save those for those. I was thinking about putting conversation heart type things on them to pull it together, but we'll see what we end up with. So this one I've already decorated in that last video. Again, it does have a little bit of red, but it's just the smallest amount, so it doesn't bother me as far as what's in here. It looks super cute. So that's what I'm doing. For the other one, when I decorate it, again, basic stuff. I have a little sticker, and I have this like 3D embellishment that also came with a little heart. So something extra, guys, than just a basic thing. So what I'll do is I'll show you really quickly on this strip, so these guys match. This is a 1 inch strip. It's 8 inches long, scored at every 1/4 inch. And you can, again, follow along with my other video on this. And we're going to come down here and just kind of cut it in a way that's rounded. And then you start going in kind of like a little wave, right? And then out towards the very tip of your paper. So I started where it was together, pretty side of your paper facing in. That makes it easier. And then we just start folding. And if you look at one of the other ones, it's bent back. That's why I went ahead and scored it this way, because that's already folded for us. And then from there you just keep going up and down, up and down. And this reminds me I need to fire up my glue gun, which I was going to wait to do because I have other things I need a glue gun. So what we'll do is do this, get it ready, and then I'll cut my stuff for my bow, because I'm going to do a bow. It's so hard. I love the tassels, like the little paper tassels, and people did ask if they can make the tassel out of like something else. The reason I'm saying paper is because I don't really want just to see embroidery floss that's just like wound up and cut, or like a yarn that ends up getting a little bit ratty that's just wound up and cut. It needs to be a paper tassel. Beaded tassels are gorgeous. And I don't mean dangles, I'm talking about tassels like we did in the last swap. It just, they need to be paper, guys, just this time. So I'm gonna glue these together. Hopefully this glue will come out. I was working with this last night, and again, it was like, nope. So I'll bring those together, and that's how I do it, you guys. I know I had comments on my video, people were wording what they think I should do, and it's like, okay, it's fine. I don't really, again, for the same reason, I don't really like typing up what to do things. It's hard for me to express what I mean. So I was like, what? I don't understand what this person's saying. But either way, they work, and so I don't think I need to do anything different. So I'm good. Thank you guys. So there we go. So that's gonna be there. And then let me grab whatever dies I'm gonna use for the bow parts. Actually, I have a ton of bow dies here, but I do like the one I recently picked up. I just have a bunch of, I need to put these away in a better way. I have some other, the one I recently picked up that has like little hearts in the ruffle. So I'll grab this big roll. This stuff is pretty thick, so we'll see. If it doesn't work out for me, I'll switch out to the thinner vinyl I picked up too. I'm just gonna rip that off. I don't want to mess with the tape. And this bow has a large size and a small one, or this is what they consider large, and then the small. And I got large. So you can definitely just use these pieces. They look cute. It makes a more stylized bow, like a little thinner. You don't have to layer them up. You can just use this. You can use them both. I think for this, I'm just going to use the one layer. So again, we can take these guys apart. If you have wire cutters, you can definitely cut off these little bits that are kind of like left over here. Well, let me get this off first. These little burrs, but just kind of protect your eyeballs if you're going to do that, so they don't just go flying everywhere. I'm just using the wire cutter part of that. I haven't used this stuff before, and I really don't know what's going to make it look nice. You know what I'm saying? Since it is transparent, you can't just have glue and like ugliness all over the place. But I need this for sure. I think what I'm going to do for the middle part is do something else that's more opaque. So we'll see about that. So anyway, let me see how I can do this best. And we'll see if this even cuts. Like I said, this stuff is really thick. I mean, even cutting with my scissors is not feeling great. So let me see what this looks like. And then we'll see if we even need to move on or if I need to get the other vinyl. Again, this stuff, I cannot impress upon you how thick that feels. And I was going to cut into my metal shim because I think that'd be the best thing to do. So that's another added thickness. And let me find my metal shim. I'll be, oh, it's right here in front of my hand. I literally grabbed it to look for it. It was in my hand. Okay. If you have any machine that has metal shims, you can cut into them. Nothing will happen. They might get a little bit warped, but they'll be fine. No, let's see if this will work. Ooh, it's sliding around. Hold on. It is vinyl, so it's slippery. Okay. Oh, it moved a little bit on me. I'm gonna have to do something else. Maybe not be so close next time, but that's okay. We're just trying it out. Look at how it's warping because it is thick. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I mean, that will probably pop out and everything, but that is some thick stuff. I'm gonna switch out to the thinner one. These little things will poke out. So it did cut. It's just crazy tight. Look at that. Wow. Pretty cool, but it's too thick. I'm not going to deal with that. So let me get the thinner vinyl. Definitely thinner. This one says jelly faux leather sheets. The other one said it was like basically PVC vinyl. So we do have a pink, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Okay, this is probably going to be much easier. So we will try it again. Oh, I don't want to waste it because I only have little sheets of it. That's okay. This is more of a sample pack, so next time I'll know I can cut or get more. And there I go, cutting it too close to the edges again. Maybe I'll put a little bit of tape, but honestly I don't think tape's going to help with this. It's too slippery, you know. But let's put some anyway. Oh, and if I have anything I can link in the description box, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Sorry, I was just in my mind getting ready to do my projects. Skipping ahead. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one is easier to hold. It's not sliding around everywhere. I'm just kind of holding it back here just to make sure, you know, I'm guiding it through nicely. Wow. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so cute and very thin. How cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to cut what I need. I need basically 2. I'm only going to put one bow in each swap, and then 2 rosettes of the 2 different sizes. So I'll cut what I need, and I'll be right back. So I have stuff ready for hot gluing. I'll probably do some of my altered paper clips for like the extra item also. And that'll be that. Okay, so this is barely warming up. Put these pieces away. Yeah, that other vinyl is super thick. I'll have to find some other use for it. I don't know what that would be. They do show, like, on the link, like making purses and stuff like that from it, which is interesting. Like cosmetic bags or something, which also means you have to sew it, which also means it's super thick. You have to sew through. Okay. And so this is barely heating up, but basically I'm going to take a moment to clean these guys out because they do have the little heart bits. Those little hearts are so cute if you want to collect them and put them like in a shaker. They're like little tiny jelly hearts. But I'll be back. I'm also, like I said, going to make some paper clips, a little bit, just like the ones we did the other day, like these guys, but I'm going to use these. So I guess on both sides they'll have their decoration. I do want to keep a few out for my card, something like that. So I'll put those over there for the card. And then I have these guys to play with. That makes 1, 2. Oh, I only have, oh no, I was gonna say there's more, aren't there? Huh. I like them to be in pairs. So maybe I have to have 2 orange over here, 2 pink, and 1 orange. The one over there, the 1, 2, 3, 4? Sure, okay. I think, actually I need some of these for my other stuff too. What am I doing? I also wanted to do some rosettes just as paper clippies, but basically I already have them set up here. I'm going to use these guys. So we'll add a little something else in the paper clip and all that, so that's fine. Okay, so we're good with that. Okay, let me clean these up and then we'll start doing some hot gluing when we get back. I kind of planned out what I was going to do with these guys, but you know what? I'm probably going to use them on my rosettes. A couple of them. So it'll just be less paper clips, or I'll make some more. Again, you just need 1 extra embellishment. Right now we're talking about the actual embellishment items. So when we take our little rosette, I like to pop it up like this. That's the center at the bottom. And just kind of train it to do its thing. Of course today it doesn't want to work as easily for me. It's probably because I have the glue, the hot glue back here. I'm trying to be careful around my hot glue gun. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. And something like that. So I give it just a training at first, just so I can get it going when I go to actually stick it down. Again, I have this all, there's too much stuff in front of me here. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue down. I have my little heart here ready to go. This is a much bigger circle than I used last time around, because remember my circle punch like died on me. So anyway, I'm just going to bring this guy over and place it right on there. And maybe move it up a little bit if I can. That looks pretty cute. You can kind of arrange it a little bit while the glue is still hot. Probably trim away that little back piece in a minute. And then I have my little heart shape. Again, this was all in the other tutorial, that's why I'm kind of going through this one a little quicker. And I'll actually put the glue on the heart shape this time around. And then I just kind of center it so that that point is also the point of this heart. And we'll hold that down. And then I'm going to trim this away just in the back. Well, actually, it's hardly noticeable, but I know it's there. Okay, so there's our rosette. We'll put some sticky on the back of this. Actually, we can do that right now. Basically, my plan was to put something so that the person can use it, or to help you stick it down, right? The point isn't to stick this to your whatever you're going to mount it on, because obviously the person needs to use it. You don't want them to have to rip it. But I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue on the back of this to then stick it down to a carrier, because what happened is this stuff is very slippery, this carrier on this stuff, and I didn't think about that. So whenever I mounted my stickers, I was like, oh, they're going to keep sliding around because it's very slick, you know. So again, it's a glue dot. Stick it on here so that the person can then use it, and it'll also help me stick it on to wherever. So with this guy, what I was thinking about doing is something like this, having like a little something. Again, that is our basic rosette. You have the carrier on the back that holds it down, the rosette itself, and then that top piece. That's what a basic rosette is. And I'm just adding a couple things. Like this is literally the smallest extra stuff, and that will do it, guys. That counts as something more than just the basic layers, right? I'm trying to get that glue out of the way. I put a big glop of glue because I want it to kind of hold up a little bit. See that? And that is more than just basic layers. That's all it takes, you guys. If it's just a rhinestone in the middle, or, well, not on this, that'd be kind of boring because it's a big size. So I have a larger one, I have a smaller one, and then this guy that I'm super afraid of. Okay, so let's see if this is going to come in here. I just want to see. Okay, we're going to line these guys up. So with every bow die, it could be that you need to line it up like this, or you line up the center part. This one looks like it lines up perfectly with itself here. So I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue. This is kind of what scares me too, because this is vinyl. I'm like, what if it melts? Take the smallest amount of hot glue, because I don't want to make a big mess, and put it there. I'm already a little bit off, but that's okay. Okay, and then on the other side, same thing. Let me get rid of these little bits. A little bit of hot glue. Again, I'm not going too wild on that. And we can line up our bow. Looks good. And then we're almost home free. All that has to do is I'll turn it over, put it here. But you see how you can see the glue there? That's kind of what I was like, So I cut a solid piece of paper for that to help us. So I'm going to put some hot glue here. Again, not too wild with it. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. The vinyl is definitely warping under the heat. And then, oh, where's the finishing piece? I'm going to have to borrow it from that last one. I probably put it to the side somewhere, but anyway, this piece here. That's funny. I'm sure on the video you guys probably saw me push it to the side. What would be funny is if I threw it away, because it's just like the smallest little scrap. Anyway, this is going to go in here and then come around in the center. And this is just a holder. I did use pattern paper, but you're barely going to see it, so it's not the biggest deal. But I'm going to put a little glue here. Hold that down. And there's still a little glue already. I'll just kind of go like that, and then go ahead and bring this piece. And then all those little plasticky strings I'll get rid of afterwards. But I was really careful with it the first time in here because I didn't have to pick them out from inside the bow, you know. Aw, not too bad, not too bad. For the first time using vinyl stuff, how cute is that? So this is a specialty material. You know, I would count that as something extra, but you really want something else. And since I've been doing like these rhinestones and stuff, I'll probably just put one of these little rhinestones, to be honest. Hopefully I don't run out of these. I've been using them a lot. So for me that means putting some hot glue, because I don't know that these will stick down for the long term on their own. And then just popping on my little rhinestone, and then getting rid of that extra glue whenever it sets up. So I'm going to hold that down for a minute, and then I'll just pull away these little extra bits, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and there's that guy. Again, just that extra piece in the center, that is something extra, okay? I know other people will do a lot more, and that's great too. But I also keeping in mind, like, how thick do I want this to be in my little, you know, whenever I put this, arrange it to go into my loaded envelope. So, okay, so those are my 3 embellishments. I'm doing 2 rosettes, embellished rosettes, right? And then my vinyl bow with that extra center. Okay, good. Good to go on that. These guys, I'm trying to think what, okay, let's do this next. So I'm gonna make a little rosette paper clip. And all I'm going to do with those guys, like I said, at Dollar Tree they have colored clippies. I'm doing this one a bigger clip because it is a bigger piece, a bigger item, you know. Let's put on a pink clip, why not? Pink or white would look really cute, but let's go with the pink. And of course I gotta undo this. Okay, my goodness. Let's go, buddy. Okay. And then I was like, oh, I want to use some tulle. I was going to use the same netting from the outside of my case, but I was just sitting here, and I don't know why there's like pink tulle coming out from underneath my desk over here, so I'm pulling it. I'm like, oh, I have like this roll of like this cute little tulle. So I was like, I'll use that. So I just need a chunk of this just to add something more fun in the back, and then I need another heart shape. So I'll take this guy, and to be honest, I ran out of that pink paper, so I'm just going to cut another pink paper. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be in the back. I just need something to help me hold my clippy. Should I just make both of them right now? I'm basically making the one for the one swap just so I can complete it and show it to you guys. And then with this guy, I'm just going to take a piece of this and fold it over in a fun way, and then fold it again. Try to get more zhuzh out of that. Maybe back this way again. So I kind of fold it over, fold it back again, and I'm going to stick it in here just for some extra stuff. And so what that means is, as I'm paying attention to what I'm doing here, I'm going to stick this down up on top, and I'm going to put some glue also for our clip. So I'm going to stick this here, and the clip should be like here, I would say. And then I'm going to put some more glue right now. Plenty of glue. I don't know if you're noticing that. Lots of glue. Take this cutie pie and pop it right on here. Something like that. And if you need to make any adjustments, you might have some time depending on your glue. And that is one ridiculous altered paper clip. Okay, so it's got lots going on from like what I showed you guys in the rosette tutorial, and then some little extra something on top just to make it a little more special. Why not? These little guys, again, I showed you guys how to put these together in the rosette video, in the video for the conversation hearts, and I've linked all those videos in the different tutorials. But this time I'm just going to stick them together flat, I think. So I suppose they could, I wanted them to match, but they can be different on either side, huh? Sure, why not? So, okay, let's get this one. And I'm just going to stick these, like I said, super flat. So I do need quite a bit of glue. And then we're going to put this little guy on here. And then right away top it with another conversation heart. It has a different feel because it's just flat. Where these guys that I made the other day have like a little dimension to them. Because I separated them with a 3D glue dot. So I'm going to stick these other ones together, and I'll have another altered embellished paper clip that it basically counts as one of the extra embellishments, right? So we have these 3 embellishments, but then we have the extra embellishments, which again, some people put rosettes on a pick. They do dangles, beaded dangles, which I usually do too. I just don't do them in these videos because the videos are long enough as it is. So I usually do that separately later. But I'll be back. I'm just planning how I'm going to put these guys together. And if I put them here, I kind of use my grids to help me see like what would be the best arrangement. And it looks like this is like, let's bring it up higher. 3, maybe 4 inches, 2, 4, let's do 6 by 4, and I have this pretty piece of paper that is already 6 inches, so I'm going to cut that down to 4 inches wide. Oh my gosh, it's like basically right there at 4 inches or so. That's funny. Okay, let me get this piece cut off of here. Hold on. Just gonna make it a little more straight. So I just cut that as a carrier, and then what reminded me of this is like, oh, I'm gonna put my hot glue gun away, but I still need it, so hold on. It's already cooling off. So what I want to do is I put some adhesive, dimensional adhesive on the back of this so the person can either remove it because it's not super sticky, right? Or they can use it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, a little glue, hot glue, and hopefully that's gonna hold that down because it's that slippery material. Oh no, no, no. What is this thing doing? I know you did not get on my little guy. There we go. That cleaned off real nicely. Okay. The other thing you can do is if you have really slick material like this, you can rough it up a little bit, maybe with like something that roughs it up. What's it called? Like a nail file, a nail buffer. Just on that slick surface, right? And then this will help hold it down. Okay. And that is how I'm going to have those guys, and then I will put this in a plastic sleeve also. Same sleeve I use for my cards, so I'll be right back on that. Slide these into one of my sleeves. Again, these sleeves are 5x7. Pretty much done with those, so I'm not going to do anything else. So there is that, and what I'm going to do is just close that up. And then again on the top I have room to add a bag topper or whatever it is that I want to do, or you can just fold that over, you know, fold it over apart from the bottom. But this again will fit in my loaded envelope. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side for right now. Speaking of bag toppers, so we have our 3 embellishments. I have some extra fun ones that we can just tuck in here and there. Again, that extra embellishment that needs to be in the envelope, like part of the dressing it up, but something that the person can use. They can remove it and use it like in a journal or whatever, right? Or your dangles or rosettes, whatever. It's not gonna be stuck to the inside, and it's not anything you decorated the outside with, okay? Anyhow, okay, so those are those. We'll get to these at the end whenever we tuck things in. Right now, I want to show you real quickly for the top of my swap. I think I'm going to do like a larger conversation heart, but I'm going to use the Cricut to help me with that. So we'll show you that and then talk about bag toppers really quickly. Yeah, and then I'll be right back. So just real quick, something just popped into my head, so I figured I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about my bag toppers and stuff. So I just went to my stuff. I have a whole video on these, so I'm not going to sit here and spend all the time on, you know, how I form those. But it just occurred to me there's something else I wanted. So let me go, I click customize. And I just went into the projects that I've already made. That's what I did instead of just starting a new canvas. Like I said, I wanted to put some little hearts on the very top of my swap, and I was going to just die cut them. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm just still running through things in my head. Some of these things were what I was going to cut for, like the die cuts, you know, which I've already done 5 just so you guys have an example what that is. But I did tell you there was some that look like buttons that I want to cut from here. Like these are cute. A little mug. I thought that was really cute. So I might still do this. I did design a bag topper here, so I might have that for today's video. We'll cut that in a minute. But what I was thinking is if you want to make your own like conversation hearts, you can definitely just get a heart shape. I'm going to try to bring it down somewhere where it's nice and clear. And let's make it a cute color. So it's, I don't know, maybe this lighter pink, kind of like that one. And let's open it up a little bit. And then let's just put some text. Now the text, I think that's very conversation hearty, isn't it, this one? And that's just the Cricut Sans text. So I'm going to highlight it again. And we want to do is writing, which is drawing with a pen, I suppose. And I want the style to be writing. That is very thin. That's the only thing with that. But I think the style of it is pretty good, no? Well, maybe not. It needs to be straight, huh? Okay, let's find another one. Let's do writing style that I have purchased. There's only 27 things on here, but again, these people, I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, just because I said writing, like specifically writing. Oh, this one's cute. I wonder what that one looks like written. Let's do that one. Let's see what that looks like. And then the other day, I didn't know what you're supposed to do. I'm like double clicking, it's not doing anything, but let's go back here. Oh, yeah,
It's a cute font. It's not at all a conversation heart font. I'll be back. I'm just gonna mess around until I find one that's basically straight. Okay. This is I'll be back. Disney Winnie the Pooh, which I end up using all the time. Not exactly, you know, what we're looking for, but close enough. So let's say sweetheart. And I think that should be centered. And then you can either just drag it how you need it to be like this, or you can use the actual font size to manipulate that. And I like that. I do want, what I think I'm going to do is separate. Let me duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this. I think the best thing would be to separate my words. Where'd the other one go? Over here? Ugh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go in here and get rid of heart. And then here, get rid of sweet. And that space there. Okay, and now I should be able to move these. I don't want that. To bring that over here and bring this one over here. Just to kind of see where they're at. I'm gonna move that away. What I'm gonna do is highlight both these things, and I'm going to center them. No, not like that. Let's just undo that. Hold on. Oh, come on. Okay. So again, things take a little manipulation, guys, but I want to align them horizontally. Yeah, that's probably good. So that's basically centering them. And then I want to attach these because I think that looks good. So I'm going to group them together. So when I move them, they're together now. And then that looks pretty cute. Maybe a little bit bigger. And then with these guys, I'm going to highlight them and then also align them. Let me see what centering that looks like. No, yeah, we don't want that. Okay, let's center. Again, I'm just going to undo that because it's going to keep acting silly. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to center it. Let's do centering it horizontally. Okay. And I think that's good as far as up and down. That's fine. And so now I'm going to bring this down just a little bit actually. And now I'm going to group those. So group. And so when you group them, what happens is you can also attach them. Let's say attach to, because you want the lettering to be attached to the thing. Even if you group it, it still will be separate when you go to print it or to use it. And now I can manipulate the sizing of that, and the words and everything, the lettering will grow with it or shrink with it proportionally, right? So that's good. Okay, so then I'll just send that to print or whatever. And cut. I'm just trying to think of if I want to make an outline here. I wanted to use felt because I thought that'd be fun, but if I'm going to do this, then maybe we don't need the felt. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, just an idea. All right, guys. But again, if I do want an offset, I'll just click on offset up here. And that's a good size offset, and I would just say apply, and then that's just another layer that we have that I can sew down right here and be cute. And whenever I do an offset, I also highlight everything, make sure it's all highlighted, and I group it because again, now whenever I mess with it, it's all moving at the same time. Otherwise they would move separately. All right, guys.
So I did design a few other things, and as well, you know, that's cutting. I'm just going to start sticking things down. So I have my little love, and I kind of sized it so that it would fit on something. One of the packagings, you know, I don't know which one right now yet, but at least like maybe I was going to do these little cold pack eye, like patches things that you're just to chill, you know, like a beauty thing. That was kind of the size of this, or this can go across, you know, my little embellishment pack here for my embellishments or whatever. So I'm gonna start gluing those down, and yeah, we'll see as far as we can get. The last few letters are cutting for this. I did this bag topper that says sweet, so it's cutting the letters for that right now, and the little heart for this one that it says love. I made the a heart, and instead of, so I used a font and then I switched that out for a heart shape, so I thought that was fun. So I have these things. What I'm going to do is sew this. So I'm just going to take this, I'm not gluing it down or anything, I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine, and I think I'm going to zigzag sew it right here, and then I need to finish sewing this guy too for this second card. So I'm just going to sew straight across this paper ruffle, and I'll be right back. Okay, so just wrapping up a couple things. We have our lettering, this guy, we have this, and of course my sewing machine ran out of thread at the beginning or something and just let it go. I was like, hey, I didn't notice I did all three and none of them had thread. I was like, very good, very good. Okay, so again, just taking like my little lettering and sticking them down, and same thing for everything, and hopefully some of these toppers work. If they don't, they don't. You know, like a lot of these things, it might fit, it may not fit. I have to rework what I'm thinking, and that's okay, guys. I think what happens is sometimes people are like, oh no, that was my idea and I want to stick to it, but it's like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know? It's okay. Maybe you can use it for something else. But okay, I'll finish my lettering here, my little heart that goes over here. I was going to put a conversation heart in there because I could have easily put like a word on that on the Cricut, but I just made a little heart. So anyway, all right, I'll be back. Heat gun is heating up. There it is. I was like, where's the thing that holds the glue? I'm heating it up again because we need it, and I said I was just going to get as far as I could in this video. I have these little guys. They're bath bombs, but I call them pedicure bombs because they're basically the size of these little pedicure bombs that Miranda had, and I thought were cute. So if I can fit 2 of these like in here, I will. Now, I will say these are scented. These bags right here supposedly keep scents from going in or out, so I'm just going to put 2 of these in here. I generally say do not scent anything in your swaps because there are people who get headaches from scents. So I'm going to pop these in here and just make sure. Yeah, I don't smell. That's really cool. I don't smell anything coming through here, so that's good. And you know, if that's something that you think would give you a headache, then don't open them, guys. Sorry, I just thought this was cute. Yeah, nope, no scent. Okay. And then with this one, I'm just gonna put this little guy on top. So that's it. So I can either staple it, I can glue it. Stapling looks cute, but I think, yeah, I don't think I have a mini staple right now, and I don't want to puncture the bag, so let's just glue that down with some double-sided tape. And if that fits, it fits. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, okay? Again, if you are going to put something in here that has a scent, like that kind of thing, make sure it's really wrapped up. I know sometimes people include candles, same thing. You know, a lot of times they have the odor, obviously. That's what we want candles for, right? But just make sure they're wrapped up in a way that doesn't really permeate the whole thing. Okay, let's put this here. Put those there. And they smell kind of, I would say a little bit rosy in my opinion. It says vanilla. I don't know. Anyhow, so we have pedicure bombs. I don't know, let me put it a little bit higher up. And hopefully that'll stick on there since it is kind of tight. And the reason I have those is because I included this little, I'm going to hopefully include this. And again, if they don't fit, I'm going to change my mind, right? So I have this hot, cold iPads that are super cute with the little hearts. And so I want to put that. Whenever I get my packaging, if this works out, I will put this on here or however, or maybe tuck this down and I might have to do a little bit lower and then stick that on. Whatever it is that makes it work, you know? This guy, I just have it. It might work on maybe my card or a topper for something else, I don't know. And then this I'm gonna stick on the front, and then we have these little guys for funsies. I even have some of these little picks. Now this is not handmade, this is just an extra thing. Your embellishments pretty much need to be handmade, okay? Like the extra embellishment. And your embellishments, I guess, so yeah. Let me see if this is hot enough yet. I'm almost done with both boxes, because what happens is I'll do the one for the video and then the other one I try to catch up. So anyway, and I was just gonna hot glue this on here and just making sure I don't catch my little things. And I mean, it can be straight like that. You know me, I want to put it a little bit crooked. So I'm gonna put plenty because I want it to go through down into here. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down and I will be right back. So I'll probably come back with a final video wrapping everything up. again, you know, it just depends on how things fit. So like if I have this guy up here, let me get this guy out. That fits nicely. See, again, it might be a little too thick for there. Maybe I put it in the back, and then maybe I bring my card up to the front because the card is relatively flat. Cute. So again, we're just arranging things. If this fits on here, I think that'd be cute. You know, I might just tuck this down like this a little bit. I would put some double-sided tape on here and then just have that on top like that. Or I would stick it to this part, which would actually be very cute too. So again, with these toppers, it's just whatever looks nice, what works for you. If this fits in here, like I said, I'll tuck them back in here. You know, I have my glitter mix. I still need to decorate and all that. So when I come back, these will be stuck down. Again, I gave you some ideas on that. We created some of these guys. You know, if that fits there, we have our other little guys that can just be clippy here and there. So just some kind of extra embellishment. So I already made several. But again, beaded dangle, but it has to be on the inside. All these kinds of things have to be on the inside. Okay, and then when you decorate the outside of your box, nice and relatively flat, right? And it needs to be the envelope shape that I showed you guys how to create. I've already had questions on that too. So no, it needs to be this one, guys. And I have the Cricut cut file, and then of course we made it by hand. So yeah, I guess that is it for right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next part. Part 4 is just wrapping it up, you know, getting everything together, and extra, you know, like on the back I usually do some kind of with my name or whatever with this swap name. Again, those things are Cricketed for me. You can also just print them out, cut them out with a die or whatever, or just write something if you want, or don't do any of that. That's fine too. But I will be back tomorrow. All right, guys, any links as to any of the items that I might have used that could be linkable, they'll be there in the description box. Again, like I said, I have these little pics. I mean, how cute are these? To just add them here and there also. They'll just be kind of poking out. That's how you make it loaded, right? You're adding those extra bits inside that really flesh everything out. So I think up to now, do we have everything? We did our card with at least 3 embellishments other than your paper layer. With an extra embellishment, we already did like this little guy here. This counts as one, and I have several. 6-layer hearts. Oh, our heart stickers. They're back here. So cute. 3 of any other embellishments, which we just worked on today, so those are here. Again, decorated more than just your base layers. So again, for a bow, a base layer is just the tails, the top, and then the middle. Those are the basic things on a bow, and everything else would be extra. I suppose if you have double layers, that can be counting as extra, right? I always just, include something in the center, just do something more. And then the rosettes, the base layers are the piece that you glue it on, the rosette itself, the topper, and then after that, whatever you add extra, those are extra, right? 5 die cuts, which we did. I did mostly die cuts here. I do have some die cuts that I want to cut from the Cricut, but whatever fits. So like if it ends up being too thick and I have 5 already, I don't need to be adding any more, right? So 5 die cuts. Our shaker mix is in here somewhere. I saw it. It has 3 or more different types of shapes in there, and at least a tablespoon, which we did. And then our treat or handmade, etc. treat, right? Just something a little extra that you would like. And for me, I have the hot and cold iPads. I also was going to give some of those conversation hearts I got at Hobby Lobby, so that might work out better than like the bath fizzers. I just liked the fizzy thing to go with the iPads because I thought that was a cute way to put those together, but we'll see. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. We'll do something else. So just ideas, guys. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll wrap it up in the next one, and have fun with it, and I'll see you guys then. Bye now.